what do you find that works or that is motivating to really empower your team, especially within a nonprofit organization?
Right. You don't have a lot of resources sometimes.
Exactly. And so I think, and I'm sure you have to be creative on how you approach that.
So one of the best tools that I have is asking what people are motivated by. You can do that through either behavioral assessments. There's a lot of tools out there that will help people recognize what their motivating factors are and drivers are. But finding out what motivates, because they're all different. Every one of us are motivated by different things. And so don't treat your team all one way. Like they're all going to be motivated by, whatever, fill in the blank, whether it's compensation or praise or time, flexibility, whatever it is that you kind of have available in your toolbox to give them. Not everyone is motivated by that. Some people are motivated by finishing and completing tasks. Some people are motivated by their ideas becoming part of the conversation and eventually part of the reality. So finding out what is their motivating factor is number one. So that takes time to have a conversation, and a lot of times people don't know what those are. Mm-hmm. So helping people work through that. So once that's in place, then really using that as a tool. I'm motivated by, words of affirmation. That's huge in my life. If someone was like, Julie, you are awesome. It could take, that's another couple months of awesome work coming out of me, right? So some other people are motivated by flexible time, flexibility. And so, giving people, an afternoon off as a way to thank them and appreciate them, and it just goes a long way. And so as a nonprofit, we don't have bonuses, and we don't have this, kind of green stuff, money that we can, but we do have smoothies. That is green stuff. So there are ways that we can really appreciate, and I like letters. I don't do it enough. I should do it more, but writing personal thank you notes and putting something special that that person really enjoys, maybe right before a long weekend, or anytime someone really went above and beyond. But also when you're in the grind, right, when you've been done anything great and this person's motivated by maybe a special thank you, mm-hmm. do it, because you want to keep that employee motivated to keep really engaged and excited.
So I know we didn't plan that, but that was the perfect, you're a walking organizational psychology advertisement. That's so breaking it down from my perspective, a good leader understands what motivates their employees, takes the time to understand that, and then actually utilizes that information to reach out to make sure that their employees feel valued. And what we know is that when good leaders do that, their employees are not only willing, but more than willing. They're going to go above and beyond to try to perform.
Yeah. I love that. I also like learning about, what motivates me too, and that's sometimes changing a little bit as I get older and age. Mm-hmm. Anyway, and I'm also into knowing my strengths. And my life coach, who is amazing, and I think I also recommend everyone get you some sort of professional life coach that can help you, coach you through things that you're, really struggling with. We're concentrating on my top 5 strengths. And when I get stuck on either with a relationship thing at work or some sort of idea at work, she's always taking me back to, what are your top 5 strengths here? We've got humor, we've got social intelligence, we've got spirituality, we've got creativity. These are all in my top 5. And how can you solve this using your strengths instead of coming at it from this frustrating place that is going to keep you frustrated? Mm-hmm. And so I learned that this last year, and I'm just okay, I can solve this with my top strengths instead of trying to be something I'm not.
Mm-hmm. And from that, I take away that it's this, you value self-reflection, and you see it not only important for your employees, but for yourself as well.
I do, and I have to make time for it, right? We're so busy. Mm-hmm. That's why having a life coach that's holding you accountable, someone that's look, we're going to check in next week and you're going to tell me all of these things. You're going to give me proof that you spent time thinking about it. It's helpful to have that.
Yes.